Alright YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny 2 news. Okay, in this video we're going to talk about a bunch of new things here, including an article from IGN. If you didn't know, IGN's first for the month of July is Destiny 2. So literally every day or every couple days we're going to be getting some new stuff out of IGN. So I'm going to link an article in the description, but we're going to go over in this video. But before that, let's go over something that was sent to me on Twitter. And thanks to Jay Quig, hope I'm saying your Twitter handle right, he linked me to this Reddit thread that breaks down the Destiny 2 Nessus map. Now, there's a Redditor named AVP Freak, I'm going to link him in the description, as well as this Reddit thread, but he took all the different screenshots from the Vision of Destiny 2 video from IGN, put it together in one image. We could see some pretty unique things here. So, first off, let's talk about facts, and then we're going to talk about this person's speculation. First off, the facts. Looks like Nessus does have 5 lost sectors and also has 4 treasure maps. We've only seen 3 public events so far when you look at these maps, and also it looks like it has 7 adventures. The adventures are the little sword icons. Now, and when we look at this map here, here's a speculation and also a correction that there might actually be 20 story missions on Nessus alone. So check this out. So in the speculation part, he goes, I think the big circles with the triangles, those are the landing zones, which means Nessus probably has 4 landing zones. Now remember, Nessus is not looking as big as the European Dead Zone, obviously. European Dead Zone is the biggest destination they've ever created. Also says, I think the blue icon with the crown on it is a strike. That would mean Nessus has at least 1 strike, but guys, there's probably going to be more strikes on Nessus. Then this last one, he goes, I think the plus sign / crossroads shaped icon with the little dot in the middle is an adventure. This would mean that Nessus has a total of 20 adventures, but then he corrected the thread and said these are not adventures. They may be campaign missions or something else we are not aware of just yet. Then he brings up a really good point. If Nessus is indicative of all the locations, we could be looking at much more content in the launch of Destiny 2 than we had with Destiny 1, like 5 or 10 times more. And he's right. I mean, there's so much to do, and we're just seeing Nessus. We have not even seen the other destinations or the biggest destination, which is the European Dead Zone. But then he also corrects himself at the end and puts edit. He goes, oh crap, I just watched the video again and noticed that the icon I thought was a campaign mission was actually an adventure. So I guess that means that there in fact are 7 adventures on Nessus, and maybe the icon I thought was adventures is actually the campaign missions, and that would mean 20 campaign missions. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Look, we were all joking around back in the past when they said that they were really going to try to double down on terms of content and the actual story itself. Everyone was very harsh on Destiny's original story, myself included. It was really short, and I would not put it past them to put 20 story missions alone on Nessus. What do you guys think? You think there's just well, this is speculation, but what do you think? You think we're going to get that many story missions just on one destination? Now, let's dive into the IGN article from today. This is the hands-on article, so I'm going to link it in the description. I'm just going to give you the meat and potatoes or stuff that we don't know. Well, he kicks it off with basically what they got to play, the story and campaign and so forth. They don't know anything more than we know right now in terms of what we played at E3. But what was not mentioned was how you discover pieces of lore prepped throughout the world. So let me read this example. He goes, for example, while exploring Nessus, we were given a side quest from Failsafe to locate recordings left behind from early explorers. These describe their struggles after a crash landing and give us a peek at the early struggles humanity endured in Destiny as they ventured out into the unknown. And as Destin Legary puts it, he's the one that wrote the article from IGN, it was a fantastic example of how Bungie's blending the narrative into the world instead of throughout the Grimoire cards to be deciphered from your mobile app or website. So I'm a big fan of this, guys. I'm not one of those people that I mean, I like lore, but I'm not going to my phone to read cards or go look it up on the internet. I'll watch Bife's videos or Myling Games or Sir Wallen, but I like the fact that it's in-game and I could just experience it, learn about it myself. What do you guys think? Are you guys happy the lore is in the game now? Now, next up he talks about the flashpoints, and we've talked about them before. These are the weekly Nightfall tier type of events that will appear in a particular part of one destination. We're still a little hazy on how those are exactly going to work, but they're going to pick a part of a destination each week, and that if you complete the tasks within it, you'll get Nightfall tier and very powerful rewards. That's quoting Luke Smith. Now, this is a really interesting quote because there's going to be a new PvP event called Call to Arms. Let me read this verbatim. If you prefer PvP over PvE, there also will be a new Call to Arms event. Though we were not told specifically about the rewards for its completion, they are all part of the new milestone system pushing you in the right direction. Milestones are how you track your main goals in Destiny 2. From your map, you can hit LT or R2 to see all of the available missions up for grabs and a clear outline of what you can expect for their completion. It's all about making the path of progression clearer because after all, the gear game is what Destiny's really about. Now let's talk about light level. So we're all still kind of hazy on the whole thing, but Destin does address this in this article. He goes, there will be some sort of light game in terms of Destiny 2. Should be noted that when we played, Bungie made it clear that they were still finalizing the exact details about how the climb works around this time. We do know that engrams drop, allowing you to collect new gear and grow your Guardian. But beyond that, they were vague. With engrams returning, you'll still need someone to decrypt them, and that will be done in the new social space to farm. We already know that Tyra Karn, she's the new Cryptarch. Now, it looks like they spent more time in the farm and probably had access to more things, because when we saw the reveal from them, everything was pretty much closed off, and when we get to see it during the Destiny 2 beta, remember, for one brief moment, we will be able to go to the farm for a little bit, but most of it will be closed off in terms of NPCs, I think they said. But let me read you this one here. He goes, Tyra Karn survived the Cabal assault, as well as a few other staples from the tower like the Postmaster, a new vault, and the soccer ball and a fully scored soccer field. One big difference is how the social space felt more alive. It will not remain stagnant. As you advance the story, new characters will enter, such as the elusive Hawthorne, among others, and there will be mini events allowing you to get special effects to stand out from the rest. The space can also hold 26 players at once, 10 more than the original social spaces, meaning it's going to be a very happening spot. So remember, they did say in the video, I think 2 days ago, when we went over the farm, that things will be coming in and out. NPCs will be coming and going. So that's another interesting factor, because maybe like an NPC will come in, you have to get something done, maybe that day or that week or something, and then that NPC leaves, and we have to wait for them to come back to maybe finish a quest, finish a storyline, finish something. Now, finishing off the article, he talks about PvP, and in his words, it's probably the largest revamp of all in Destiny 2. He doesn't really go into specifics because he doesn't want to ruin it for further reveals. Remember, I'm going to put the schedule up on screen. We're going to see tons more PvP reveals, and remember, Control is going to be in the Destiny 2 beta. He did say that the new Control feels much faster paced, but still familiar with the tweaks that they've made, retaining the moments like those epic multi-kills you love from the original version. So we're going to see more of that July 10th and then back on 25th with a new mode that had all of us smiling ear to ear. What could be this new game mode? We'll have to find out on July 25th, and that'll be after we'll be playing the Destiny beta, because remember, on PS4, if you pre-ordered it, you get it on the 18th. Now, he also finishes it off with talking about the milestone system, so that's going to be our progression within Destiny 2. He goes, after getting more hands-on time, the answer for me is that yes, it's much better than Destiny 1. He had some concerns. It's because of the new systems and clear progression paths that Bungie has worked out with the milestone system. He said, the PvP revamp teaches me how to play better. Basically, be a better player by leveling weapon playing field and teaching us to work together. If you like the original, then you're probably already on board for the sequel. And if you were a lapsed player from vanilla, due to the grind, Bungie seems to have been making the path to max light level a brighter one, so you could see the end of the tunnel. So that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I'm hyped. I hope you guys are hyped. The Destiny 2 beta will be here before you know it. I'll be streaming it day one and probably most of that week, or as long as we get it, and hopefully they add some more stuff. And also remember, they're gonna let us tour the farm for a little bit at some point. Anyway, that's it, guys. Balbo mode's engaged. Hashtag made it to the end. Do me a favor, drop a like in this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.